Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David, and I'm making this video to do a review of my Arnold Classic 2016 trip. So basically, the deal is this was my first year going. I live in Ohio, so it's a 2-hour drive, maybe, but I've never really I don't know, followed the bodybuilding scene all that much, and it was just something that always interested me, but I just maybe couldn't get friends to go, or just fell around the wrong time, or whatever. It doesn't matter either way. So this year, finally got a bunch of my friends to go, and honestly, it was an awesome experience that honestly I would recommend anyone go to. If you have the opportunity, for the money, the distance, whatever. If you can get people to carpool with, great. It's something that I urge anyone who is into the fitness scene to go to. It's just something you will remember forever. So basically, do a little slight trip overview or whatever. Basically, I left Friday morning. There I drove, and there was 4 of us in my car. My fiance being one, my best friend, my lifting partner, been friends for 13, 14 years now, and then his girlfriend. So just 4 of us, and then I had 5 more friends coming, and they drove separately or whatever, either way. So left at about 8 a.m., 8:30 per se. Made it there by about 10 o'clock, parked at Crew Stadium, and then took the shuttle over. And I'll admit it, Friday was so overwhelming. There was just so much going on. I honestly, I knew it was going to be packed, but I made the genius thing, and I forgot our tickets. So we had to wait in the roll call line, get reprinted tickets, and that line was ridiculous. And the worst part is because I was sitting there waiting in the roll call line with a couple people. My friend got to see Arnold, which I'm gonna be honest, that's some bullshit, man. I didn't get to see him all weekend, and my friend, the one time we're apart, gets to see Arnold, and I was early Friday, and I was all right, well, I was optimistic at the time, oh well, I'll probably get to see him eventually. Yeah, I never did, which I mean, yeah, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? So, got through the roll call, entered the expo, and wow, was I blown away. There's just so much going on, so many people, and I gotta say, Friday, it was I was a deer in headlights. I didn't know what to do, I didn't know where to go. We had a game plan at first, but once going in there and seeing everything, everything changed. So we ended up going booth to booth, wandering around. We ended up splitting up with the group, and honestly, I went to the left half of the expo and never left it. I never made it to the right side the whole time. I got to do the Performix challenge, which was pretty fun. It was the rope swings with pull up bar thing, and then squats and burpees. So it wasn't anything crazy, but got a t-shirt out of it, some sups. I mean, I won't complain about that. So got a decent amount, hit the BSN booth for sure, obviously the Performix, and I know the girls hit that NLA for her one, we hit the EAS Mayo booth, that was cool to see, but those are probably the big ones we got to see. Nothing too crazy, left about a little bit after 4, I'd say, and kind of wish I would have stayed a little bit longer, but we were all kind of tired, we were hungry, thirsty. That was one thing we were not prepared for. So we didn't hydrate enough, we didn't bring food, it was rough. So we ended up leaving, going back to the hotel, we ordered pizza, and we just kind of chilled out there. I mean, we drank, played some games that night or whatever. But then the next day, holy moly, is Saturday packed. Like, oh my gosh, saw so much going on. Like, there's so many people everywhere. It was like shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't see the ground unless you were looking at your own feet, man. Like, it was crazy. So, Saturday, I'll admit, it started off pretty rough. So, we waited in line to see Rich Piana. Okay? So, we sat there in line for 2.5 hours. Like, my friend brought his tablet and watched the entire second Hobbit movie, like, while we waited in line. We didn't even make it to the front because we ended up, like, sneaking up in line only to find out he wasn't even here yet. So people were just standing around. So we were all pretty bummed out about that, but awkwardly enough, the second we walked out of line, who do I run smack into? Is Rich Piana. So I literally run into this dude, like, physically, get, like, knocked backwards, and I was like, what the heck? I looked, and I was like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. So we probably could have jumped in line again, but at that point, we were just so bummed out, like, we were just like, screw it. So we ended up going to a couple other booths, splitting up, like, everyone else was in kind of a salty mood after that, but you know what? I got a lot done, especially once about 4 o'clock hit. Like, we were just nailing booth after booth after booth. I got so much stuff. Got to see so many people. Like, I got to see Bradley Martin there, and I got him to sign my shirt. Like, well, it was kind of his shirt that I bought off his website, so that was pretty cool. I got to meet him, get a picture with him, like, all that stuff. I got to go meet Phil Heath, which was sweet to see Mr. O himself, and I had a nice little talk with him. Like, I gotta say, that dude's got some big things coming from what he was telling me. Like, we sat there, and I got the fast pass off, sitting there chit-chatting with him for a little bit, got some pictures with him and everything. Maybe I'll upload those and whatnot, but it was just crazy to talk to him, and oh my gosh, is that dude huge in person. Like, yeah, you can sit there and look at him on the screen, but when you're standing right next to him, it's just like, damn, that dude's a tank. So that was sweet. Like, God, that was definitely one of those crazy experiences right there. And then Sunday rolls around, and everyone else kind of bailed on us. So it was like me, and it was just like 4 of us that went. Like, one of my other buddies from work came with us, and him and his friend, and it was just me and my fiance there. So we all went there, and dude, we crushed it. Like, dude, we were running around, like, at the Optimum booth, the BSN again. Like, dude, we just hit booth after booth after booth. Okay. And I got to meet Kai, like, got pictures with him, literally got a little pep talk from him, which was sick. Like this was fresh after he won. Like, he got to the venue and just, bam, there's a huge line, waited in it, like, sat there, got pictures with him and everything, and it was like, wow. Like, the only one I didn't get to hit was Dexter Jackson, but, like, I wish we could have, but we were kind of burnt out, and it was getting late, so we didn't feel like waiting around for that one. So we got tons of stuff, though. Like, I got whole freaking bag. This is all free subs. Like, I got, this Muscle Meds hoodie? Most underrated booth. Like, shit you not. They gave out so much stuff. Look at this one I got for free. This is a £1 thing right here. Like, plus, I mean, they were just handing stuff away. Like, I got about 10 of these. Like, plus a shirt. And yeah, I got a lot of shirts, I'm gonna be honest. I got close to, I think I got, 8 shirts? Probably close to 10 shaker cups. Like including one right here, the gifted, signed right here, yeah. Mr. Phil Heath, right there, 5 times. Yeah, so that's going to be framed here soon. I'm going to put that in a container, and that's not leaving my site ever. Honestly, I'll never use that. But, so, a lot of cool stuff. Like, honestly, this was just one of those experiences that I'll probably go to for the rest of my life now. Like, every year, I'm going to be hitting the Arnold. Like, this is just one of those crazy events that if you're into the fitness lifestyle, if you're following all these different YouTubers, all these different, like, people who compete, whether it be the 212, Mr. Olympia, the Arnold Classic, whatever. Like, all these people are there, and I have to say, the thing that I'm most impressed with is talking to these people. They are the most humble, down-to-earth people I've ever met. Like, for someone who could probably eat me alive, like, these people were just talking to me like I've known them forever, quite honestly. Like, I remember sitting there, especially like in the Muscle Meds booth, like we were sitting there chit-chatting with some of the big guys there. Got some autographs and pictures and stuff, and just talking with them, and they were just so nice, and you could definitely tell, like, they were just so genuine about everything. Like, they were just excited that you were there talking to them, learning about them, and they were just the nicest people I've ever met. Like, even Kai and Phil, like, I was talking to them like I've known them forever. Like, you get these people who are huge, and yet they don't, I don't know, they don't talk down to you. They don't look down on you because you're smaller than them. Like, they're just happy to be there. Like, they're doing what they love. And honestly, I think that was what blew me away the most. Like, I was just so impressed with everything that they just said, they did. Like, just once in a lifetime experience. And you know what? Like, if anyone actually sits here and watches this, like, I urge you to go. Like, just, it was only, what, $30 for the 3-day tickets? Like, even if you can only go for 1 or 2 days, it's really not that, what, $20 a day? Like, that's nothing. Like, I got probably close to $100 worth of stuff free every single day. Like, it's just something that, if you really care and you follow this stuff, you need to go. Like, you will honestly not be disappointed. Like, that's all. That's basically my whole review of it. I watched the finals and everything. I think Kai deserved to win. I think Cedric's going to be a force in the years to come. That's for sure. And, I mean, maybe I'll make another video about that and everything later, but I know there's people with more experience and knowledge than I do that are talking about this stuff. So go watch them. Like, but I thank you for watching this, and I hope you really do consider going to these bodybuilding competitions, especially the Arnold next year. Or if you're in another country, go to the Arnold when it's there. Like, I think it's on Australia next week or whatever. So go to that for sure. But this is David. Catch you later.